The Australian Department of Home Affairs has introduced a series of transformative changes to its skilled immigration framework. This is targeting Australia's processing labor shortages while streamlining process for employers and skilled workers alike. Three changes are designed to attract high demand skills from around the globe, ensuring Australia's workforce remain competitive and capable of economic growth. At the heart of this overhaul in the newly launched Skills in Demand visa, which aims to fast track the migration of the professionals in critical sectors. Complementing this is the revised temporary residence transition stream under the Employer Nomination Scheme Visa Subclass 186. This is providing a clear and more accessible pathway for the temporary visa holders to transition to a permanent residency. Additionally, updates to the core skills occupation list ensure that the framework remains responsive and evolving labor market needs by the prioritizing occupation experiencing acute shortages. These changes represent a significant step toward aligning Australia's migration policies with its economic and social priorities, offering benefits for the employers, skilled workers, and the broader community. This video provides an in-depth examination of these updates, shedding light on their key features, potential impacts, and what they mean for the business and aspiring migrants. Number 1. TSS visa replaced. The new Skill in Demand visa has replaced the temporary skill shortages visa. This streamlined pathway aims to make it easier for Australian employers to recruit skilled workers from overseas, and here are the key features. The specialist skill stream is designed for the highly skilled workers, and this is stream offer expedited processing with application designed for the core skill stream focus on mid-income relocates aligned with core skill occupation. This is stream ensure processing within 21 days. The labor agreement stream is tailored to industries with unique workforce needs. The stream provides flexibility for the business requiring specialized talent. Relaxed work experience criteria. Applicants now need only 1 year of a full-time equivalent work experience within the past 5 years. The change makes the visa more accessible to the skilled workers with a diverse career flexibility for visa holders. Subclass 482 with holders benefits from a 6-month grace period find a new sponsor if their employment ends. During this time, they can engage in casual employment with the multiple employers without jeopardizing visa status. Employer financial requirement. Employer must demonstrate financial capacity to support the nominated salary by providing documents such as profit and loss statement or contracts. Labor market testing. While the current labor market testing requirements remain unchanged, a proposal to extend the testing period to 6 months is awaiting parliamentary approval. These updates aim to simplify the process for the employers and skilled workers while ensuring compliance with Australian labour standards. Changes to the temporary residence transition stream. The temporary residence transition stream under the Employer Nomination Scheme Visa Subclass 186 has undergone important modification to enhance flexibility for the skilled workers. Work experience requirement. Applicants can now work experience from multiple employers to meet the required 2-year threshold. The change accommodates modern employment where workers may hold multiple roles or a shift between employers within their field. Application stage adjustment. Work experience requirements are now assessed at the visa application stage instead of nomination stage. This shift reduce administrative hurdles, and ensure that workers are not disadvantaged by the changes to the occupation list. These revisions adoptable pathway for the skilled workers to transition to the permanent residency align with the contemporary workforce dynamics. Updates to the core skill occupation list. The updated core skill occupation list reflects Australia's evolving labor market needs while balancing international obligations here. Removal of Caveat 14. Previously, Caveat 14 restricted certain occupation to the application by international trade obligations. Its removal now allows individuals of all nationalities to apply for the roles such as chefs under the skills in demand visa and the employer nomination scheme visa. This broadens eligibility and addresses critical workforce shortages in the sector like hospitality. Retain occupation-specific caveats. For certain roles, Caveat 14 remains in place due to the labor market consideration and skill level assessments. These occupations include other sports, coaches or instructors like arts and yoga, traditional Chinese medicine, and practitioner and teachers. The department clarified that these roles are either skill level 4, which typically do not meet inclusion criteria, or were excluded based on stakeholder feedback and labor market analysis. Clarification for the chefs. Concerns were raised whether the chefs were restricted from the applications from ITO covered countries. The Department of has confirmed that this is not the case, and chefs of all nationalities can now apply under the updated persistent gaps in the core skills occupation list. While the updates opportunities critical trades such as plumber and bricklayers and the CSOL. This omission has criticism from the industry's stakeholders as these roles are vital to addressing the workforce shortages in the sectors like constructions and infrastructures. The revised CSOL, effective 14 December 2024, demonstrate the government commitment to a skill migration system balancing international agreements with the domestic labor market. Priorities. Impacts on the employer and the skilled workers. The updates of Australia's skill migrations framework have significant implications for the both employers and skilled workers. For skilled workers, there is improved eligibility and relaxed work experience criteria, and the ability to combine employment history make the visa process more accessible. There are streamlined pathway for the faster processing times and simplified occupation requirements to enable quicker entry into the workforce. For employers, there is enhanced sponsorship options as the skill times. Also, a clear financial requirements from employment of the capacity to pay nominated salaries, ensuring fair treatment of skilled migrants. Employers and skills workers are encouraged to familiarize the updated eligibility criteria, application process, and occupation list to ensure compliance and maximize opportunities. Broader implication for the Australia's labor market. The updated skill migration framework reflects the Australian government's recognition of the critical role skilled migrants play in addressing workforce shortages. By streamlining pathways and aligning occupation lists with the labor market needs, the changes aim to support economic growth by addressing skill gaps in the critical industries, boost productivity, and strengthen the economy. It's also aimed to enhance the workforce diversity as the broader eligibility criteria faster and inclusive and diverse workforce. Flexibility in work experience requirement, acknowledge modern employment patterns, and ensure fairness for the skilled workers. The changes to Australia skill migration framework mark a significant step forward in addressing labor